Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fatir with name 15240 and 29. And this is my partner.
Hello, my name is Faisal Ilham and my name 152405113.
And this is our English project about steganography and computer network. First, hey there. Today we are diving into a fascinating topic from the world of digital security steganography.
Stegano what? That sounds complicated.
Not at all. The word steganography actually comes from the Greek word steganos, meaning cover, and graphia meaning writing. So, steganography literally means hidden writing.
Ah, interesting. So it's about reading something in a way that hides the message.
Exactly. Unlike cryptography, which scrambles a message so only someone with the key can read it, steganography hides the fact that a message even exists. It's all about canceling secret message within something that look completely normal.
Cool. So like hiding a message inside photo or a song.
Yes, but steganography isn't new. It's been around for thousands of years. For example, back in 414 before century, a man named Demaratus sends a secret warning to Greece about an invasion. He wrote it on wooden panel and covered wa- with wax, so it looked like a blank table.
Oh, that's genius. I also read about another story from ancient Greece where a message was tattooed and a self and a slave hid, and then his hair was allowed to grow back to hide it.
Yes, that method worked, but it took a long time. Imagine waiting months to send a message, and obviously, the slave could only be used once.
Yeah, not actually as efficient, but uh, it saw how creative people were even back then.
Absolutely. Fast forward to today, and steganography has gone digital. In the computer era, we can hide files like text, image, or even videos inside other files.
So, for example, someone could hide a secret document inside a regular image file.
Exactly. To anyone else, it just looks like an ordinary picture. But with the right tools, you can extract the hidden content.
How does that work technically?
One common method is called least significant byte or LSB insertion. It replaces the smallest bit of a file bit that doesn't make a much visual difference with part of the hidden message.
Oh, so tiny change in a picture that we don't even notice can actually carry a whole secret.
Yes, and it works with audio file, videos, even network protocol. The goal is that the carrier field, we call it the convertex, look normal and doesn't raise any suspicion.
That sounds useful and maybe a little scary.
It can be both. Steganography is used for good, like secure communication, watermarking, or digital signature. But of course, like any tool, it can also be misused.
I see. So what are some real life use?
It's used in journalism, for example, when reporter in dangerous country need to smuggle information. It's also in forensic analysis, military communication, and even in spy network.
This is this is right out of a spy movie. So how do we detect steganography?
That's a whole field called stegananalysis. Analysis look for statistical anomalies or pattern in file. But if the steganography is well done, it's very hard to detect.
Fascinating stuff. Before we wrap up, can we try simple example?
Sure, let's say I have a regular image of sunset. I use steganography tool to insert a hidden message, maybe just a line of a text. If I send it to you and using the same tool and password, you extract the secret message from the image, no one else would even suspect it.
Mind blowing. So next time someone send me a cat photo, I'll be wondering what secret are inside.
Yeah.
Hahaha.
And that's quick look into the amazing world of steganography, where what you see isn't always what you get. And that's all for the first topic, and we move to the second topic.
And second topic, computer network. Hey bro, have you finished thinking about what a topic to use for our English video project?
Hi Nova, yes, I was thinking we could talk about computer network. It's a useful topic, and I think we use it all the time without realizing it.
That's true. We are using a computer network right now just to do this project. But no, be honest, I don't fully understand how it works.
No worries, I'll explain. A computer network is a group of connected devices like a computer, printer, or phones. They can share data, file, and research.
So whenever I connect to Wi-Fi at home or at school, I'm using network.
Exactly. That's a simple example of LAN or a local area network. It connects devices within a limited area like home, classroom, or office.
I see. What other types of networks are there?
There are three main ones like LAN, MAN, and WAN.
Let me guess. LAN is for small areas, MAN is for city, and WAN is the large.
That's right. MAN stands for Metropolitan Area Network, usually cover a city or large campus. WAN stands for Wide Area Network, and it connects devices over long distance, even cross country. The internet is the best example of one.
So the internet is actually a huge combination of smaller networks.
Exactly. It's a network of network. It connects billions of devices all around the world.
That's pretty amazing. But what devices are usually connected in a network?
Well, it depends. Common devices include computer, laptop, smartphone, routers, switch, server, and printers, and even smart home gadgets like smart TVs or smart lights.
That's more than I thought. But how do all those devices talk to each other?
They communicate using a network protocol. The most common one is called TCP or IP, which stands for Transmission Control Protocol or Ethernet Protocol.
And what does TCP or IP actually do?
It helps send and receive data between devices. For example, when you open a website, TCP or IP ensure that the data from the server is delivered correctly to your device.
So it's like the language the device used to understand each other.
Exactly. Without it, device be, wouldn't be able to communicate over network.
What are some benefits of using computer network?
First, faster communication. You can send emails, chat, or video call instantly. Second, research sharing. You can use the same printer or internet connection on multiple devices. Third, data storage. Files can be saved on a central server and accessed by anyone in the network.
Oh, sounds really efficient, but are there any risks?
Yes, there are some disadvantages too. Network can be exposed to cyber attack, virus, and data theft. And unauthorized access of if not properly secured.
Oh, so how do people protect their networks?
They use firewalls, strong password, encryption, antivirus software, and make sure to update system regularly. Big companies even hire network security expert.
I guess security is really important nowadays. Especially with no with so many people working and studying online.
You're absolutely right. That's why we also need to be careful with public Wi-Fi and not open suspicious links.
I've heard about IP address to do do they relate to computer networks?
Yes, an IP address is like home address for your device. It identifies your device on network so that data knows where to go.
Oh, that's all. Websites know where to send the information we request.
Exactly. Every device on a network must have unique IP address.
These are really interesting. I like understanding the invisible routes that our data travel on every day.
That's a good way to describe it. And the better we understand network, the smarter we can be when using them.
So, for our video, should we include visual like diagram of plan or how data travel between devices?
Yes, visual would make it easier to understand. Maybe we can also show how we connect our own phones and laptop at home.
That's a great idea. We could show how our laptop and phone connect to the same Wi-Fi and share files.
Perfect. Let's write this all down and start planning this scene.
And let's practice our lines too. We want the video to be clear, informative, and fun.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I think we're going to make a great video.
And that's all for our project, both steganography and computer network. See you to another project. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.